My husband, who had been a few feet away, shouted something along the lines of, "Whose dog is this?" I told him to get our bear spray from the house. I was in a panic. I am an animal lover, but it was so insane, the pitbull seemed almost rabid. In hindsight, I don't think it wasn't foaming at the mouth, it was just crazed. My husband ran, but not towards the house. He literally ran out the fence gate and shut it behind him. He did not run towards his niece or his nephew, who was also present in an outdoor bassinet that I managed to all but toss onto the picnic table to make sure it was out of the dog's reach, while holding his niece over my shoulder. I put her on the barbecue to keep her out of reach, but the dog was literally jumping and snapping, and I was worried that if I tried to carry her, since I'm short, it would manage to grab her out of my hands. It chased me when I ran for the shovel, but then I swung at it, and I swung, and I swung, and I swung until it stopped. I don't think I will ever forget the sound or feeling. It was so high stress that I didn't even realize it had bitten me twice. I haven't spoken to him for a full week, even though we live in the same house. I didn't ask where he went, he only came back a few minutes later to pack us into the car and drive us to the hospital. He's getting angry that I'm giving him the silent treatment, but I feel like it's his fault that I had to possibly end that animal. I don't know if the pit bull made it, I haven't asked. If he had gotten the bear spray, which I literally keep in my purse for if I am ever attacked by an animal or otherwise, then I don't think I would have needed to do what I did. It was literally just inside the door, and he knows where I keep it. Instead, he literally took off to God knows where. Me and 2 children, whom I'm not even related to, could have lost our lives. It might not even be relevant, but I don't even like kids. I'm staunchly child-free, and he is the one who offered us up to babysit for the weekend. I don't know, is this grounds for divorce? I'm not sure I can even look at him. Any attraction I had to him is pretty much gone. He tried to touch me yesterday, just to move me so he could pass, and I smacked his hand away without even thinking about it, like he was some stranger at a bar, because it was literally jarring. He's just been skulking around, trying to talk to me, then getting frustrated, then skulking more. I wasn't expecting him to be macho and fistfight the dog, but at least follow instructions? At least not leave me in a life and not life situation with a toddler and an infant? Should I be able to chalk this up to in-the-moment panic? I don't even know if I want to hear him out. Update 1. I thought I'd update since a few things have happened, kind of. Sorry if this is needlessly long, I didn't expect this to get so many comments and so much kindness. I want to say I'm so sorry to everyone who has experienced anything similar because, my God, it has not been easy. For everyone worried about my mental health, I did get in touch with a counselor through an app provided by my work yesterday, as I decided I really needed it and labeled it high priority. However, it felt more like a preliminary meeting. She said she wanted to help me feel more comfortable because I was visibly tensing up whenever I started talking about it, and she even noticed it through the video chat. Last night, I also told my husband I needed space. I wasn't as nice as I wanted to be. He argued and didn't want to leave, even though it's my house, but I told him I just didn't want to look at him, that I couldn't look at him. He cried, and I hate that I felt apathetic towards it. I haven't slept well, so I'm not sure if I'm just overtired and still so shaken. I was also emotionally exhausted after the appointment, so that might have added to it. I got a few questions about his sister and her husband, so I thought I'd answer. They aren't speaking with him. I don't know when it happened. I was definitely out of it at the hospital while I was getting the stitches and everything, but I do think after I was done blubbering and trying to explain how something so terrible happened to their little girl under our watch, they apparently asked him where he was. I still haven't talked to him about where he went, so I don't know. However, it clearly didn't satisfy them. His niece just got out of the hospital yesterday, so that really triggered everything and a lot happened. I sent flowers, a bear, and a toy she had been asking about. I didn't go to the hospital, though, as I was scared seeing me would make her nervous. But his sister and her husband sent me flowers too, and it made me bawl again. I'm just a freaking mess, honestly. The father sent me a long message that I haven't been able to get through, but it's the sweetest thing anyone has ever sent me. He also sent me a $1,000 Visa card. I literally thought I was reading the amount wrong. They are good people, and I still feel terrible that I couldn't have done more for her. Everything's just replaying in my head. Anyway, I obviously haven't looked into filing yet, but I am not against the idea of it. It really did help me feel better about wanting a divorce over this. I know fight or flight can't be helped, but now I think I realize that it's okay not to want to be with someone who would leave you behind. I think I can say I'm a fighter, and I want a fighter with me. Maybe he'd be better off with a runner instead. Then he at least wouldn't be leaving someone behind. I don't know, it feels like I'm done. But I'm also just a mess, so right now I'm just glad I have space. Thank you for making me feel like I wasn't being ridiculous, though. I think it always feels like it should be multiple issues that tear a marriage apart, unless it's infidelity or something, and it's like I know he may not have meant to betray me, but he still did, whatever his reasoning. I'm not sure when I'll be speaking to him, but I will try to update then.